Dark and twisted individuals will go to great lengths to induce panic and unleash terror on others. But what happens when the police arrive just in time to prevent a potential massacre? Here are 6 cases where police caught mass shooters red-handed, beginning with the case of 15-year-old Devin Thompson, who, on August the 18th of 2023, would be at a high school football game and things got heated between him and another student. There had already been several reports of fights at First Coast High School earlier that day, so when screams erupted from the school's parking lot during the game, officers ran over to see what was going on. While shooting, officers had aimed for the lower half of Devin's body, successfully shooting him in the hip.
Wear t-shirt! Hey, shoot, shot fire, shot fire! Hey, hey, hey! Drop the gun! Drop it! Hold on! Hey, he's running to the dailies, running to the dailies! Don't you fucking move! Got him. Grab him. Got him. You stupid motherfucker. Somebody handcuff him. Handcuff him. I ain't got handcuffs. Neither do I. Mine's on the other guy. Put him on. You're hit? Who's hit? Where are you hit? My head. Your head? Yes. Hold on. You hit me in my head. And right here. Where? On your hip? Yeah. Where? Hey, is that the gun? Yes. His gun's on him. Did you shoot yourself? No, you shot me.
Aside from that, a bullet also grazed him in the head, nearly ending his life. Grateful to be alive, he was then transported to the hospital. He's currently looking at charges for discharging a firearm on school property and carrying a concealed gun. His punishment will likely be less severe than it should be, given that he's a minor. But our next suspect, 18-year-old Nolan Rosen, would not be so lucky. On May the 2nd of 2023, Orange High School would be placed on lockdown, and the police were contacted after an ammunition round was found inside the cafeteria.
So I'm gonna have to search you. Yeah, I know. I don't know where the lights are. That'd be nice. Yeah, bullets in this one? These are yours?
Right here.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Literally, if I thought I was doing anything wrong, I wouldn't bring it.
I got you. You just know in today's day and age you can't be too safe. Right?
Yeah.
Especially in the school environment, that's all.
And this is your book bag, this black one?
Nolan also openly admitted to having 24 more rounds of ammunition inside of his car, alongside of a .22 caliber rifle.
Right there.
Okay, that's all of them?
Yeah.
Alright, so I do gotta continue searching, that's all. So,
Does that
literally,
say F on
look
there?
this up.
22 rifle is not even an assault.
Yeah.
It's not even
Yeah.
an assault.
Right.
Your favorite, kick your shoes off for me. Come on, lay down. If you don't mind if you take your bandana off. Yeah. Okay, I appreciate you being honest too. That's good.
12-15-23.
Are these from a range?
No, I have a Henry repeating rifle, and I kind of just use it as like a thing to like comfort me a little bit.
At home or?
Yeah. I don't like, I'm not, there's no ill, I have no concern, but I'm not like, I'm really scared about that stuff like school shooters do. I'm like very, and it makes me anxious too that anyone can just walk into school and shoot it up. So I'm like,
Do you worry about that?
yeah, I worry about that stuff a lot sometimes.
What made you bring those with you today?
Just because literally it makes me feel.
Now, that might have sounded practical on the outside, but if you break it down, He'd likely be barricaded inside of his classroom with the rest of his class in the case of a school shooting. Thus, he'd clearly have no use for a gun that's outside in his car.
So
Yeah.
we're a little bit worried that you feel that,
Oh, okay.
like you're that much in danger. Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, some kids are like itching to fight. Like some of these kids
yeah,
out
there's a
there.
lot of hormones and stuff.
I just see a lot of videos where having the gun prevents like altercations and stuff. Like there's one guy who was like 200 pounds bigger than this guy, and he comes up to his car and he's like, "I want to fight you." It looks like he's about to rip him out of his car, and the guy just pulls out a gun, and the guy turns around and walks the other way, and it's like that's all it is. The situation's over. Just because he didn't even like do anything, just because he saw the gun, he knows it's like can't like it's over. Like there's no point.
So that could be a case, but another thing, so I'm a subject control instructor, so I teach all the police officers basically how to fight like martial arts and stuff like that. What I teach, unless you're training on this handgun, you probably, or whatever kind of gun this is, you really shouldn't be out there using it like for like that. Like I teach them, if you're that close to somebody, you pull out your gun.
Obviously.
That's a dangerous
You're
thing
gonna
to
grab
do.
the gun, yeah.
You've heard of this 21-foot rule, right? If somebody has a knife within 21 feet of you, they're more dangerous than the guy with the gun because they can clear that distance quickly.
Oh wow.
And people that aren't constantly training with these things.
The officers and school staff agreed that since Nolan was legally an adult, he was going to be charged for bringing the firearm onto school property. Nolan isn't yet aware that he's facing legal ramifications and has no idea just how dire his situation is about to become.
When a law enforcement officer that's trained to use a firearm shoots a round, how often do you think that round hits its intended target? 20%.
As much as it should.
20%. So 80% of them aren't hitting their intended target. And we train all the
Well, that's
time
what you
because
hit some.
but every
Come with me. So we have to talk afterwards, but it's a possible 10-day suspension with a recommendation for expulsion for weapons, specifically guns and disrupting school.
So this is all policy based. It's not like
Correct, yeah. So this is just signing that I presented. So I just, like, we'll talk after you're finished writing, but I just need you to sign that I presented you with what you.
But I feel like I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, well.
So why would I sign it? I feel like I didn't do, I feel like I did nothing wrong.
Are you refusing to sign?
No, I'm not refusing to sign.
So either sign or don't sign.
Well, what happens if I refuse to sign?
Then I just have Mrs. Ferguson witness that I presented you with this. It makes no difference. It actually makes no difference if you sign
Well, this is saying I acknowledged and I knew there was a policy
It doesn't
against.
say that. No, it doesn't say that. Just take a second to read through it.
But by checking it off, you're basically
No, no,
saying I knew there was a
it's-
policy against that.
it's saying
I didn't know
that-
there was a policy against on
Right,
part
it's
like
saying
leaving.
that you're facing a potential suspension and expulsion because of these violations. It doesn't say that you know what they were. It doesn't.
So should I have checked the school's policies before bringing the gun? Like, should I have looked through all the policies to make sure that I was allowed to bring it?
Nolan should have practiced common sense and better judgment. He's trying to paint himself as naive now, but no one would have known about the gun in the first place if he hadn't brought live ammunition rounds inside the school and left one in the cafeteria. In reality, the position he's in isn't an accident, but he still seems to think he shouldn't have to face the consequences.
What happens now is suspension will start tomorrow, and only the superintendent can determine whether or not to expel a student. So I'm recommending you for expulsion. Since you are also on a 504 plan, somebody from the special education department will be reaching out to you because we're going to have to hold what's called a manifestation determination meeting. But at this point, it is a 10-day suspension with a recommendation for expulsion for weapons, specifically a gun, and disruption and misconduct. I have to go fill out the rest of the paperwork.
I didn't disrupt anything.
The whole school was on lockdown, buddy. I'd call that about as big of a disruption as you could have.
I wasn't bringing the gun. The problem was I dropped the bullet in the hallway. That was the problem. Pretty much.
Regardless, you can't bring a firearm on school property.
Yeah, you're right. It's their policy. Like when people say like your rifle, your gun's your best friend. Like that's how I felt. I don't know. I was just like kind of attached to the idea of defending myself. It's kind of why I carried it around with me. Come on. It's just, I guess it's a learning lesson though. Like if you have stuff as serious as bullets, you got to keep track of every bullet you have. You got to really count them.
Yeah, and they can't ever come here.
All right, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Schools.
Well, I didn't look at the policies before I brought it.
It's a law, though.
There wasn't a law.
There is a law.
Not against bringing a gun. There's no statute. Dude, I promise I looked it up before I brought it, and there's no statute.
Ohio Revised Code, Section 2923.122. Illegal conveyance or possession of a deadly weapon or dangerous ordinance in a school safety zone is a felony of the 5th degree. So not only is Nolan completely wrong, but he's also facing the possibility of becoming a felon.
Do you think they should ban guns in the U.S.?
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Because it's like in the amendment, right?
It's an amendment, it's the...
Well, I feel like assault rifles are different, because those are kind of made for, like, massacres. Like my repeating rifle, it's one, you shoot it one time, got to do a whole system. It's a lot of time between shots, so you're not gonna, like, the assault rifles should be banned, I feel like, because those are kind of just, you're asking for people to, like, do bad stuff with those things. Because they're just, literally, they have no purpose. I don't know, they're stupid. The assault rifles should be banned.
We talked to our prosecutor. He's the guy that kind of makes the law decisions, all right? It is against the law to bring a gun into what's called a safety zone or a school, right?
That's subjective.
What is subjective?
But you consider it like a safety zone.
Okay. So now's not going to be the time to contest it right now, okay? So basically what I'm telling you is we're going to end up charging you, okay? And you're 18 years old.
There's no law against that. Bringing a gun on the school property, there's no law. Like, there's no statute.
I'm telling you there is.
It's a policy, not a law.
No, there's a state law in Ohio.
There's also another. There's no, like, show me the statute. There's no statute.
I told you before, I assure you there is an actual law. We'll show it to you when we get to the station. I mean, it's not, we're not making it up. We're trying to...
I think you are making it
No,
up.
we're trying to accommodate you.
I'll do you a favor.
In a good way.
I'll do it for you right now.
But you said safety zone. So how am I supposed to know this is a safety zone?
A safety zone is any school property and/or school bus stop.
Does it say safety zone is and/or school property?
School.
I don't think it does.
Yeah,
School
it does.
safety zone.
School safety zone is defined as any school
Wait,
property.
illegal conveyance or possession of deadly weapon.
So that's what you're getting charged with, as well as something called inducing. We're going to walk you out to a police car. We're going to handcuff you there. And one of the things I want to do before we take you out there is read you what's called your Miranda rights, okay? Because probably once we get to the jail...
Before I brought the gun, I looked it up and there was no law against the gun on any school property.
Like I said, this is not the time to argue about it, okay? This is just what's happening, okay?
I feel like that statute
So before
is
you-
like bullcrap.
Okay. Before you say anything else, I want to read you what's called your Miranda police. If you cannot afford one, an attorney will be appointed to represent you before questioning begins. Do you understand those rights?
I'm just confused because it's not against the law to bring a gun on school property.
Okay, it's our
It's a
prosecutor.
policy, it's not a law. There's a difference between a policy and a statute.
Nice to meet you. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're not gonna debate what is or isn't. We know what we have violation of law, right?
I don't think there is a violation of the law.
Okay, and you can think that, and we do arrest people that think they aren't in violation of laws. That does happen, and you have the right to believe that. You can believe whatever you want to believe.
No, I'm pretty sure like I know there's no law
What we
against it.
need, we know that that's a wrong thought on your process, on your part.
You could,
What we need,
you just pull some
what
piece
we-
of like writing.
we need you to come with us.
Well, now that I know it's a
Here's-
law, why can't I just not bring the gun on school
Well,
property?
it's a pretty serious offense, and we aren't going to give you a verbal warning or just kind of say, hey, don't do it again for something that's serious. I feel like, as a fairly mature person,
But this is like,
you
you know,
would've
this is
had
like
some
a newer,
understanding
this is a
about
newer generational problem. This is not like a problem that they had like back in the day. This might be like your first time dealing with a situation like this in your whole career. So I don't think you can just arrest me like that.
but we are.
After being placed in handcuffs, Nolan became visibly agitated and continued to try to argue with officers over what he felt was right and wrong.
Stand up. Put your hands behind your back.
You said I can
Put
wait
your hands
for-
behind your back.
I'm telling you, I respect you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Stand by.
Can we have this bag?
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right here. Okay. We will treat. Listen.
No, I love, no,
Okay.
I respect my police.
I understand. I understand that. You're safe with us. Okay.
I gotta get it.
Everything is gonna be okay. We'll explain everything.
I'm safe. Why would I not be safe?
I'm.
Why would I not be safe?
You are safe. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
saying
why
you
would I
are.
not be safe?
I don't want
That's-
you to
that means
feel
you're
uncomfortable
But
and not.
by saying you're safe with us, that means you're assuming I'm not safe.
No, I just want you to have the understanding of where we're coming from.
I know where you're coming from.
Okay. Hold on. Officer Neal and I are gonna walk with you out here, okay? Just take a breath.
You're just arresting me on a charge that's made up. I know. You are, though. It's made up.
It's been in
It's
law
made
for
up.
a long
No, it's
time.
made
You
up,
wouldn't
dude.
Make up things.
It's
We
made
don't
up.
have the authority. Let's get there. So you don't have to say a word. You've been advised of your Miranda rights. If you don't want to say anything, you can choose that. Let's walk.
Don't believe it.
No.
If you want to put that right up.
You control this.
I mean, why can't you just see that I'm not a criminal?
So we're gonna go over to this car right here.
See that car with the number 6234? That's the car we're going to. The sooner you get in that car, the better off we'll all be. Okay?
I'm just saying, I'm really nice to
I
everyone.
understand.
I give people
It's not-
food. I give people
I
food for free.
understand.
I don't have to
I
give
understand.
people. It's kind of cool in here, actually.
It's all right. Yeah, put this
I didn't
on.
grab all that stuff.
Go ahead and look that way. I don't want to interfere with your chin.
By the way, I didn't, I had no idea the rifle was like a big deal.
Okay.
It's a 22 caliber. It's
Listen,
not like
listen.
assault
No,
rifle. It's
listen.
not like a made for killing. It's
I
made for
understand.
shooting small game.
I understand. You'll have an opportunity to explain your version of why this played out or how this happened. Okay, you'll have that. Maybe right now to each of us.
Everyone with a gun is not a bad person. I'm just saying. Just because I have a gun doesn't mean I'm a criminal.
I understand that.
All
We
right.
understand it. We all understand it. You've said that multiple times.
I know.
We understand it. Okay? You all right?
Nolan would then be taken to the police station, where he was charged with improperly handling a firearm in a motor vehicle, possession of a deadly weapon in a school safety zone, and inducing panic. Nolan likely won't be making that mistake again, but our next suspect clearly didn't learn anything since he got in a shootout with the police not once, but twice. On March the 16th of 2020, Walmart staff contacted police in reference to a guest that was seen shoplifting and purchasing a large quantity of ammunition. The suspect sauntered over to the self-checkout with a full cart and a couple of suspected accomplices before leaving the store with unpaid merchandise. Police followed him to the parking lot, where the situation would then turn deadly. Police scattered the parking lot looking for the armed and dangerous suspect.
Get down on the ground right now! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground right now! What's wrong? It's shooting! You okay, cut? Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Where is he? Is he okay? Stay down! Get down! Get down on the ground right now! Down on the ground!
This particular man had a long history of violent crime and had just recently been released from a lengthy sentence for illegal possession of a firearm, counterfeiting, and possession of at least 6 grams of meth, heroin, or cocaine.
Get your hands behind your back. Get your hands up!
At the same time that the accomplices were secured, the suspect was shot multiple times by the pursuing officer. He was taken to the hospital and would eventually recover and be charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and 2 counts of first-degree assault on a peace officer. He was also charged with first-degree robbery and second-degree assault after it was discovered that he had tried to carjack a woman during a shootout. However, it doesn't end there. The suspect posted bond a year later in April of 2021 and would be released, but not for long. Weeks after his release, on May the 19th of 2021, he would be pulled over by police in Utah. This time, an unknown woman was with him in the passenger seat, and the officers had no idea of his violent tendencies. While searching the vehicle, they found drug paraphernalia, a 9mm handgun, and 9 pounds of methamphetamine. During the search, the male suspect would be allowed to sit in the passenger seat of the patrol car without any handcuffs on, and he apparently did not plan on sticking around.
Hey, he's taking your car! Hold. With a suspect, he has stolen the K9's vehicle. He is in a police vehicle. We are 202.
Requesting permission to continue taking 202 exit.
Police vehicle, affirmative. 10-4. Looks like he's just stopped right here at the stop sign at the 202.
Copy, stopped at 202, 1620.
He's got a gun.
At this point, the suspect got his hands on a police-issued service rifle he found inside the cruiser and chose to open fire on officers.
Rifle! Oh, shit. Shot. I've lost my radio.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. We got cars coming up.
Yeah.
I don't have a radio.
I'll get in your car. Ridgeville 569, shots fired, shots fired.
Copy, shots fired, 1622, everyone okay?
Affirm he's attempting to steal someone's vehicle.
An unrelated vehicle rolls up behind the patrol car, and as soon as it does, the suspect walks right up to the passenger side window, aims the gun, and tells the couple inside that he'll shoot them if they don't let him in.
Build 569, he's attempting to steal a civilian's vehicle right here. He has a county's rifle. Put the gun down! Drop the weapon!
The man in the passenger seat grabs the rifle and begins wrestling with the shooter. In the chaos, the rifle goes off several times, hitting the passenger once in the leg. Officers were unable to see the altercation from their vantage point. However, the couple was able to successfully speed away. The suspect then went silent for a long while, likely to nurse the bullet in his leg. And later, SWAT would arrive in an armored vehicle to take him on, but he was already gone. He had managed to run all the way to a nearby river, but police detained him shortly after. He would then be charged with 4 counts of aggravated attempted murder, 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, theft, possession of a firearm by a felon, and 1 count of aggravated robbery, disobeying an officer, and altering the markings on a gun. He was quickly put away and sentenced to 25 years in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. But if you think that's the height of stupidity, this 16-year-old got himself arrested after posting a selfie on TikTok flaunting a stolen firearm.
Somebody reported that they have a photo of you, and in the photo it looks like there's some sort of a weapon sticking out of a pocket or...
On March the 8th of 2022, a 16-year-old student from Atlantic High School posted a selfie on TikTok of himself inside the school with his shirt lifted to reveal a handgun tucked in his waistband. Unfortunately for him, the school's resource officer caught wind of the post and immediately went around looking for the student.
Are you... Come on. Sir? You know what I want to talk to you about? You don't know? Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Keep your hands out of your pockets for me. Okay. Take your backpack off for me.
The officer almost missed the handgun that was tucked into the front of the student's pants. The gun was fully loaded with a 10-round magazine, which isn't going to look very good in front of a judge.
Somebody reported that they have a photo of you, and in the photo it looks like there's some sort of a weapon sticking out of a pocket or... Take your hands out of your pockets. Okay. Do me a favor, just lift your sweatshirt up. Turn around for me. Turn around again. Lift your sweatshirt up again. What is that?
The underage suspect admitted that he'd taken the gun and accessories from a family member who was unaware that he had them.
Relax. Okay? Anything else I need to be concerned about?
It's not popped.
Is it?
And there is a mag inside my hood.
What kind of gun is it?
A 9mm. It's not loaded. It has the mag in it, but it's not caught back. I almost got jumped 2 days ago, so I had it. I sold $200 on the wall and I got jumped.
So, this back door, I'm not going to parade you through the gym, but we're going to go to my office and we're going to do the investigation. Okay? Hey, Coach.
As a result of the incident, he faced possible charges of possession of a concealed weapon, grand theft of a firearm, and possession of a firearm on school property. Thankfully, he never got the chance to use the gun. Unlike this next story, where Audrey Hale had succeeded in enacting her revenge on her primary school over a decade after she had been there. On March the 27th of 2023, a former student, 28-year-old transgender Audrey Hale, pulled her car in front of the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee. She exited the vehicle armed with a handgun, a carbine, and a semi-automatic rifle, then fired a few shots through the doors before making her way inside. Moments later, police were on the scene in response to gunfire that was taking place on the second floor of the school.
Into my window zone, they were upstairs.
Hey. Give me 3. Let's get 3.
All the way down this hall, it's Fellowship Hall. The end of this hall is Fellowship Hall. They just said they heard gunshots down there, and then upstairs are a bunch of kids.
Let's go. I need 3. One more. Let's go. Metro Police.
Open door. On me. We don't know where he is. Metro Police, open door. Bathroom, small bathroom. Clear.
Next. Let's go. Door. With me.
Hold the door.
Next.
Like this.
Open it. I got it.
Bathroom.
Sadly, at that point, the shooter had already killed 6 people, 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults. Audrey was waiting down the hall to the right, but the lead officer let off several shots before she could pull the trigger. She would be hit multiple times and died on the scene.
Just move right. Cover left. Cover left. Take this with me. Take this. No, that's locked. Take this door. Take this door. Take it. I think it's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs. Go. Push it LPVS, go right.
Following the shooting, notes from the killer were found that indicated a diagram of the Covenant School, information on school shootings, and an end-of-life letter. The exact motive has not yet been established, but it would later be found that the shooter was being treated for an unspecified emotional disorder. We may never know why the next suspect did what he did, since he apparently doesn't know how a 9mm handgun magically appeared in his backpack.
There was a gun in my backpack, and I did not know nothing about it.
On May the 18th of 2018, police would be called to Franklin High School in order to deal with an 18-year-old student who originally had been called to the principal's office for smelling like marijuana. This would give school officials the right to search his backpack, and when they did, they found something much more unsettling: a loaded 9mm handgun.
His backpack keeps of cologne, so because he's trying to cover up the marijuana smell.
This is vile.
Okay. First, I you know you guys being audio video recorded. Yeah. I haven't checked the rest of the backpack, but first pocket I checked, I could feel it.
Okay.
And so when I said I'm going to need to go get your bag because he smells like marijuana.
In the classroom.
It was in the classroom. So he was saying, he looked real nervous, and I said, "Do you have something in your bag that you shouldn't have?" And I said, "Marijuana," and he goes, "Not marijuana." And he goes, "Well, I just don't know. There might be something in there. Might be something in there." So.
Okay.
And I know the 911 officer asked me if it's loaded, and I said, "I'm not going to mess with it here in school."
Okay.
But I was pretty sure. He didn't even have the safety on.
Yeah. There was one. It was loaded. That was really good.
He also
Safety on, safety off. Did you?
You would like her to have a letter.
So it was off.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. You guys haven't talked to him at all yet.
He knows we have this, and he's sitting in a room over there.
Okay. Yeah. So we haven't talked to him since then.
No.
Okay. All right. Well.
And I have not checked the rest of the bag, so I will do that.
Upon more thoroughly searching the backpack, officers found a bank card that did not belong to the suspect, but no marijuana. They gave the gun's serial number to dispatch in an attempt to identify the owner, and dispatch quickly confirmed that the gun was stolen.
Got considerable school history. Okay, that's what I'm curious.
Yeah, mostly marijuana incidents.
Any gang stuff?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know if it's being clicked over.
There's a lot of home stuff going on right now that he isn't like staying at home, and mom's having a difficult time with him.
So we went through this. There's nothing else in there, so we figure you guys either can keep it or we give it to grandma to take it home. Then we don't have to deal with it. The gun is stolen.
Okay, that's right.
So he's going to jail. So we're going to talk to him and find out his side of the story.
And then we're just going to try to, I know you have to do what you need to do, but we're trying to minimize the visibility of.
Well, we're just going to walk him around.
We're just all in a passing period.
Gotcha.
Pop your head. Got anything on me that's going to poke me, stick me, hurt me? Okay. All right, go ahead, have a seat for me.
All right, man, just let you know we're already recording, okay? So Oh, what's going on today?
So, they call me down here.
Actually, hold on. We're going to read you something real quick,
We're
okay?
gonna do your Miranda rights. Just, you know why we're here. So I'm gonna read these before we get going for any question. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish. You understand each of these rights that I have explained them to you.
Okay. And you're 18, right? Okay. So, what's going on today? Why are we here?
So, I got called down for the 4 referrals that I got in the last week. They said I smelled like weed, and then they went to go get my backpack. They asked me, did I have weed in my backpack? I said, oops, I might have weed in my backpack, saying basically, yeah, I have weed. And then they came down and they searched me. Then,
What's your cousin's name?
Ronald.
What's Ronald's last name?
Morley.
Do you know how to spell it?
M-O-L-L-E-R.
M-O-L-L-E-R-E?
Yes.
Do you know his middle name?
No.
How old is he?
25.
He's 25. Where does he live?
He lives in Des Moines.
In Des Moines. You spent the night there last night?
Yes, sir.
Who else was with you?
Just me and him.
Just you and him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, they're saying that you said there might be a gun in my backpack.
No. I said there might be weed in my backpack. I was referring to the weed the whole time. I did not know there was a gun in my backpack.
Okay. Did you get ready for the day today with your backpack?
No. I just grabbed it and left.
What about your lunch that was in there?
My lunch is always been in there since last night. It's in my main backpack. Didn't check the other pockets.
You didn't check the other pockets? Okay.
Who is Mohammed Abdi? And who is Caleb Wirtz?
That's Caleb's ID. He goes here.
I got that. Why is it in your wallet?
Because that's my friend Caleb.
Why do you have his ID?
Because he left it at the gym. And I picked it up. And I was supposed to give it to him.
Okay. Why do you have somebody else's credit card?
That, I don't know. I had a new wallet. Picked it up. From my house. It's always been in there. Never used it.
You realize it's a crime just to possess somebody else's credit card? This isn't a new wallet, man. This wallet's pretty beat up and old.
I got it from my cousin's. It was at his house. Picked it up. It's a wallet. Didn't check it. Put my stuff in it. Gotta go.
Check your wallet before you put stuff in it?
No,
Come on,
it was
man.
a long time ago.
Come on.
Just like we don't check the backpack?
No, I didn't check it this morning.
Okay, go ahead and stand up for me. Face wall. Okay, you're under arrest, okay?
Firearm is stolen, so you're in possession of a stolen firearm. That is what you are under arrest for right now. It's a felony.
A Class B felony, according to the Revised Code of Washington Section 9A.56.310, for which he's liable to sit in state prison for up to 10 years and be hit with a $20,000 fine. The suspect would be taken to the station and face charges related to stolen property and unlawful possession of a firearm. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one and don't forget to subscribe.